Hi, I'm Reginald D. Haney, and I am playing Ardin in the Imaginary Invalid, which opens February 16th and plays for about 2 weeks, closing on the 26th. And in this play, I play a hypochondriac who is obsessed with his health, and basically he goes through this entire ordeal thinking that everything's affecting his health. Everything's making him sick. Everything's making him feel old, and he pretty much wants to feel better, but he's obsessed with the medications, and he actually, I think he relishes taking some of these medications as well. And it's really, really been a fun ordeal playing this character and actually rehearsing with cast members like Morgan Mallory over here, who is playing my wife.
Named Beline.
Yes, and she's a little saucy baggage.
Yes, I am actually in the show, and my character is actually kind of the villain of the show. She causes a lot of issues for Ardin, much to what he doesn't really know about them. She's kind of obsessed with his money, likes to be married to him for his money, and so causes trouble along the way for him.
And he has no idea. He has no idea. In fact, it's really interesting because throughout the play, almost to the very, very end, when we have the revelation that she is a villain, he is just obsessed with his wife as well, probably as much as his medications and his remedies. And so he's willing to give everything to her instead of his own children, which I find really, really funny. And it's really a great experience because we get to work with some of the best people right here at MSU, from the designers to the director to all of the cast members. We have just an abundance of talent right on the stage, and I'm so sure that people are going to have a blast and laugh their pants off. I'm hoping that they'll have a blast and laugh their pants off, but I'm sure you will. But yeah, I mean, we on stage in rehearsal we still find things that are extremely funny. Like just last night, I accidentally broke on stage. But yes, it's a big no-no. We're not supposed to do that. But that just proves how funny and how lively the show still is, even after rehearsing it for only, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? About 3 weeks, and it's still fun. We still find pieces that are, extremely funny, I think.
We have a really good time when we rehearse.
Especially Morgan and I.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
I think more than others. I think more than others. But it's a.
We have an interesting dynamic on stage, but I'm sure you'll see when you come see the show.
Exactly, and there's a different range of characters too. I mean, we have children on stage. They're played by college students.
Adults.
But yes, college adults. But the way that they can embody children on stage, it's really, really amazing, and they really, really take on the spirit of children, and I think that's funny in itself, right?
Yes, I would agree. The style of the show is actually a farce, which means it's very, very funny, lots of things that we are playing, gags, if you will, in order to get you to laugh, and so with that comes a lot of fun, which Reggie kind of touched on, but I feel like it's really a good thing for audiences to come and enjoy and see and laugh at.
And what's really interesting that Moliere wrote this play, and what's interesting is that he himself played this part. And
that Reggie's playing.
Yes, and you'll hear a little bit of dialogue towards the end of the play where he sort of comments about himself inside the play. So
he's actually making fun of himself in the play while he was playing the character. And
it's just funny. It's it's one of the more sort of commentaries on the play. Like usually, sometimes in the fifth acts of restoration comedy, you'll get some of these comments upon the play, and it happens in our natural second act. And so, look for that. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Right. So in the farce, the plot revolves around two central characters that are in love. One of them is Reggie's daughter on stage, and another one is a gentleman which Reggie didn't necessarily think she was going to marry. He has actually betrothed her to another.
That's Cleante and Angelique.
Yes. And this is where the conflict comes, is because Angelique wants to marry the man that she's in love with. Unfortunately, Ardin, which is Reggie's character, has betrothed her to another. The gentleman that he has betrothed her to is actually a doctor, which plays well for Ardin, because that's what he's looking for, is someone to take care of him for the rest of his life. Some of the other characters in the show include a maid and Ardin's brother. Those two characters often...
Antoinette and Beryl.
Yes, they often reason with Ardin and make him see the error in his ways.
Antoinette is an interesting character. In fact, to me, sometimes I feel like she is the main character because she's that voice of reason, and she is one of the main characters who is responsible for sort of turning Ardin, back over to the right side of things and getting him out of his funk of feeling sick all the time or thinking that he's feeling sick. And she does, Sarah, she does a wonderful job of playing this character. I mean, her comedic timing is like spot on, and I think you're going to enjoy some of her antics and some of her little gags that she has in the show. She definitely plays that French maid.
Saucy.
Very saucy. Yeah, to a point. And then yes, like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but she definitely, I think, is that main character who is responsible for Ardin's transformation, as well as Beryl, who is his brother, who is his voice of reason, basically. And he is trying to convince Ardin that, he doesn't need all of these medications. He feels fine. Everything is in his head. But of course, Ardin, being the hypochondriac that he is, he doesn't want to listen to any of that. But which again, it's going to be a blast. It's really, really funny. We also have you mentioned the doctor and the doctor's son.
Yes.
And then the two doctors or two physicians who he holds in high regards. Monsieur Prejean, the famous doctor who is my main physician, who prescribes all of my medications, but Monsieur Florent actually administers my medications. And these two characters,
they're very clownish.
Ridiculous,
they're very clownish.
I think is the word to describe these two. And again, the antics and the gimmicks that they even have, I think you're all going to enjoy. I'm enjoying them, and I frequently laugh in my head on stage while trying to...
Or in front of people, as you pointed out earlier.
While trying to maintain, character on stage. Don't do that. But it's, like I said, it just proves that, theater is always live, and it is indeed live here with the Imaginary Invalid, because we're still laughing at things that we had blocked, 3 weeks ago, and it's still funny. So that's amazing. So
yes.
Come and see Imaginary Invalid and have a great time.
If you would like to buy tickets for the Imaginary Invalid, you can buy them at the box office. We're open from 4 to 6, Monday through Friday, or an hour before the show. You can also purchase them at msutheater.com.